Austria, Europe, June 26, 2025. Severe thunderstorms hit parts of Tyrol, Carinthia, and now also Burgenland on Thursday afternoon. Severe thunderstorms formed, especially along the Alps, causing short-term flooding and hail. The authorities responded with an official warning. Traffic disruptions also occurred on the A12 in Tyrol, due to heavy rain. Shortly before 3 p.m., heavy rain began in the Carinthia region, Tyrol. Within a short time, part of the A12 Zillertal motorway was flooded. Traffic was sometimes slowed down. Hail was also visible, as shown in a video from Carinthia. Videos from Fügen in the Zillertal show how massive hail turned the streets into raging torrents. The ERB also warns of dangerous driving conditions on the Zillertal motorway. The weather situation is developing rapidly. The rainfall is so heavy that the sewage system can no longer absorb the water. According to the Carinthia Weather Service, several strong thunderstorm cells have formed along the Alps. Clemens Gross, meteorologist at Carinthia, spoke on Platform X about the high to extreme risk of flooding in the affected areas. The situation in Carinthia also worsened in the afternoon. The state issued an official warning around 3 p.m. The warning is addressed to everyone in the region, especially in the western and northern mountains, where the first warm thunderstorms are expected. According to authorities, heavy rain, strong winds and hail are possible. The warning emphasizes that thunderstorms will move across the state from the west in the evening, between 8 and 10 p.m. Therefore, it is recommended to avoid parks, forests, and riverbanks if possible. In addition, moving objects outdoors should be secured. The public is also asked to monitor the weather closely, as the situation can change quickly. Following in Styria's footsteps, Burgenland has now also responded by issuing a so-called warning. This is an official warning message sent directly to everyone's mobile phone in the state. With this measure, the authorities warn of dangerous weather developments that could also occur in the region. Many residents were surprised to receive the warning directly on their mobile phones, but most welcomed the quick action. In several small towns in Burgenland, strong winds have uprooted trees and caused local power outages. Local firefighters are working around the clock to contain the damage, especially clearing roads of debris and ensuring that access to the affected areas remains open. In the districts of Oberwart and Güssing, reports of marble-sized hailstones are starting to emerge. Several houses have suffered roof damage, and vehicles parked outside have been damaged by the hail. In the agricultural sector, the damage is also significant, with vineyards and crops destroyed in a matter of minutes. Meanwhile, the railway service reports disruptions on several lines due to small landslides and fallen trees. In Tyrol, the A12 was closed for an hour before one lane was reopened. Transport authorities urged motorists to avoid unnecessary travel and to monitor traffic updates. The Weather Service warned that the extreme weather pattern is likely to persist until at least the weekend. A low-pressure system persisting over Central Europe is creating ideal conditions for new storms to form. Residents across southern and eastern Austria are urged to remain vigilant and follow the latest developments from local authorities. The situation is a reminder that climate change is increasing the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. Local authorities are considering long-term measures to strengthen infrastructure and speed up early warning systems in the future. Several schools in the affected areas have decided to close early for the safety of students and staff. Outdoor activities and community events scheduled for the afternoon and evening have been cancelled. In Carinthia, several hiking trails and nature areas have been temporarily closed due to the increased risk of avalanches and falling trees. Mountain rescuers are on standby in case of emergency evacuations. Regional crisis centers have now been activated in Tyrol, Carinthia, and Burgenland to coordinate the interagency response. Damage reports continue to come in from various regions, and material losses are expected to be quite high. Local authorities have stated that impact assessments will begin as soon as weather conditions improve. In the meantime, the public is encouraged to report damage through official channels and to avoid sharing unverified information. Local media are also playing a key role in disseminating emergency information quickly. Regional radio and news channels are providing regular updates on the storm's movement, safety advice, and road conditions. Hashtags such as #UnwetterAT and #AustriaStorm are being used on social media to document the impact and alert citizens. Although the situation remains uncertain, a spirit of cooperation and caution are key to weathering an uncertain night. Until the evening, rain continued to fall in several areas with varying intensity, accompanied by lightning that struck every few minutes. A tense atmosphere enveloped small towns in the valleys and mountainous areas, while residents remained alert in their respective homes, following developments through live broadcasts and weather warnings. In several remote villages, communication networks were disrupted due to damage to signal towers, but emergency teams have been deployed to carry out repairs as quickly as possible. Weather experts warned that aftershocks were still possible throughout the night and early morning, so people were asked to stay in safe places and avoid traveling unless in an emergency.